Today, let's visit the new Red Light restaurant on West Randolph featuring Asian rim cuisine with Chicago's best selection of Polynesian drinks a la Cornick and Kleiner. Of course. All right, you know where we're at? We're at Red Light, and you can see the sign we just showed you. This is sort of the creative team that did this. This is Jerry Kleiner, designer. We're not sure how good yet. We couldn't find a plug, but we'll get to that later. And this, of course, is Michael Cornick. And what is the food here?
Pork and ginger dumplings, 5-spice ribs, special pure.
Maybe some of the most creative drinks in Chicago. What are these here? Your partner's been sipping on it. I think we lost Kleiner here.
Our own pina colada, fresh pineapple, fresh coconut, the very berry martini made with pure wild blackberry liqueur, pink lemonade like you've never had it, and the world famous Pat O'Brien's Hurricane.
Made with real Pat O'Brien's Hurricane stuff.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to send you to get me some more food.
I'm on my way.
I'm going to do Kleiner. All right. Well, if I didn't make it clear before, this is my buddy Jerry Kleiner, who's one of the partners here at Red Light. He's also the owner and designer of Marche and Vivo. Two very contemporary places, maybe a little ahead of their time. How'd you come up with the name Red Light?
Red Light is basically an area that 25 years ago, this was sort of the, as we would call it, the little red light district. This is my interpretation of red light in 1996. Here in Chicago, we're facing the Sears Tower. I'm using architectural integrity design to continue with the flow of the neighborhood. So this is strictly has nothing to do with Asian or any, I mean, you could be selling anything out of this place.
I'm going to have a bite of this while you're... Tell me something else about the restaurant. You moved it around, you changed the walls, you pulled the front off. How come?
A lot of changes. I was really, didn't know what I was working for when I was working towards a specific design, so I really had to get comfortable with a particular pattern and look, so there's been a lot of changes. I built and ripped down a whole storefront here, which everybody thought I was a little nuts for doing it, but I'm really happy with the curves, sort of this Art Nouveau Spanish influence I did in the space.
You're happy?
I'm happy.
Good job.
I'm still layering as we go.
All right. Let's have a bite of this food,
Great.
and we'll get Mr. Michael back here, all right?
Great.
Have a rib. Have a rib. Grab a rib there. Good. Okay, we're here. We're back. We've ejected Kleiner. We pulled in Cornick. This is now the major league. They spent so much money in the restaurant, they couldn't get new jackets.
That's the truth.
Talk to me. The steak. Now this is a
Hong Kong Jerry.
Okay.
16-ounce certified Angus steak. Same steak we use at Marche. It's rolled in Szechuan peppercorns, black peppercorns, white peppercorns, on a grill, presented at the table, then stir-fried with oyster sauce, oyster mushrooms. It's a twist on the Hong Kong steak, which was a bad T-bone with oyster sauce.
This is not a typical...
This is a made-up dish.
Okay.
It's one of the 3 dishes or so that you would never find in Hong Kong. But it came from a steakhouse in New York, a Chinese restaurant in New York that wanted a steak audience, and they started it with a T-bone sliced, shingled up on the bone with oyster sauce poured on it. It's really a twist on that. But, you know, it's a steak town. It's Chicago. We're close to Michael Jordan Center. Right?
I think they call it the United Center, but it's all right.
Whatever.
It's the House
right?
of Jordan, though.
It's the House of Jordan, right? A lot of guys want to eat a steak before the game. We give them an option to eat a steak. And it's a great steak, right?
No, it's a delicious, it's really a delicious steak. A lot of times you get these airs out steaks and places where it's a steak and it looks good, but your mother wouldn't be happy.
Right.
What were you thinking about when you created the menu here? Because obviously this isn't your straight up Chinese, it's really Pacific Rim.
It's sort of less rim than it is specifically from the regions that I visited when I went over there for 5 months in 1987. I wanted to do the project with another restaurant group. I really put it off for 9 years, and it was a culmination of 2 trips to Southeast Asia, from Hong Kong to mainland China, Thailand, northern and southern, including Bangkok, Chiang Mai, the island of Phuket, and down through Malaysia and into Singapore. And that's where the food comes from.
He's just trying to impress us. He looked
No,
at
that's it.
He looked at a little, book, a map.
And I'm trying to do traditional ethnic cooking, culturally sound, with ingredients that are available, that are indigenous there. We don't use any, Western European ingredients like olive oil, balsamic vinegar, or something like that. And at the same time, we've adapted the traditional for 90s modern dining. So it's healthy, it's light, it's not so much deep fried, it's not so much oil, and we don't cook in animal fat. And we try to give the flavors real purity, so that when you have lobster with Cantonese, you get a much lighter sauce than you might get in a traditional Chinese environment, but you taste the sweetness of fresh Maine lobster.
Tell me about these drinks. The biggest collection of
The drinks are 1972 Trader Vic's Relived, all created for the 90s, all premium alcohol, 151 Bacardi rum, Jack Daniels in the Stinger, cherry brandy that we made at Marche in the slow gin fizz, real Hawaiian tree ripened pineapples in the pina colada, fresh coconut puree, the Pat O'Brien's True Hurricane.
Tell me about this fancy pineapple.
These are tree ripened Hawaiian pineapples. They're flown in. They're not the green ones that come on, never get ripe, never get sweet. The coconut is pure, 100% coconut. It's not too sweet, right? It's made with Bacardi rum, spiced rum. It's killer.
We've had 9 of these. This is amazing. Michael, you probably know the answer. What does it take to make a great drink?
Patience.
Let's take a look at this.
She's the wife of my chef de cuisine, Paul Wildermuth. Terrific guy. Spent 3 months in Hong Kong, was in Singapore. Spent 3 months at a couple of Chinese restaurants in Los Angeles. And he's really the one who gets my ideas into the dining room. Because until the day we opened, I never did Chinese food for more than 8 people. I cooked at my house for 7, 8 years getting ready for this, but I didn't know how to get the food to the dining room. And Paul has been able to take my ideas of the cuisine and get it in the kitchen and out to the dining room without sacrificing the flavor or quality, and be able to embrace this philosophy of pure flavors and be able to do 150 dinners.
For the lack of time, I want to say you've got to get the soup, the
mussel soup with kaffir and coconut milk.
The oyster rolls, the
lobster spring rolls.
Oh, so good.
And you got to have the coconut sorbet with chocolate sauce, or you haven't lived.
That's Dave's meal.
You really haven't lived unless you had that, right?
All right, why don't you want to take me in your kitchen?
I'd love to take you in my kitchen.
You know, our party at Red Light's just about over because the bartender's left and I'm here by myself. And before we say Yan Sang, if you want to go to Red Light, what's your phone number, what's your address?
733-8880 at 820 West Randolph.
Don't forget, in the district.
Yan Sang!